is my favorite space where I believe I do some of my greatest work. I'm T, and please like me, subscribe to me, leave me a comment. I'd really appreciate it. Today I'm making crab cakes, and I'm going to make some crabless crab cakes. Why? Because I'm still not eating any meat, fish, or chicken. And it's important to me to find alternatives to satisfy certain tastes that I crave. So let's start the prepping. I thought it would be interesting to show you several ways that you can make your breadcrumbs. You can easily put a slice of bread in a plastic bag and roll over it with a rolling pin. You can use your handheld shredder and shred it or grate your bread, which I found quite cumbersome. You can use your blender and put your bread in the blender and blend it up. And let's not forget the food processor, which is probably good. And then here you have all different ways that it's come out. But I decided to put it all together in a bowl. Okay, today I'm using the can of Hearts of Palm. They look like this. I'm going to shred them, and then I'm going to chop them up, because that way it'll closely resemble the texture and the look of crab meat. And then we'll get back to that when it's time to be used. I'm cracking an egg in each bowl, one for the heart of palm recipe and the other for the crab meat. I'm putting in a diced red pepper and a diced yellow pepper. Each recipe will be totally the same. Put a little bit of Dijon mustard, mayonnaise. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of Old Bay seasoning in each bowl. Fresh parsley, salt, pepper, little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and then I'm just going to mix up the wet ingredients. You want to mix up your wet ingredients first without adding your crab meat or your heart of palm, because you don't want it to break up and to become mush. In this bowl, I'm adding the heart of palm, which if you look closely, it closely resembles the crab meat. And there you have it. Now there is the crab meat. Sometimes the crab meat can be a little bit, have a little bit of liquid in it, so you may want to drain it first before combining it to your ingredient. Remember those breadcrumbs that I made? Well, I'm just seasoning them up right now. I put a little bit of paprika, more Old Bay seasoning, fresh parsley, and a little bit of butter. And because the spatula didn't get it real good, I got down there with my hands. I'm working with the heart of palm right now. I got a half a cup, and I'm going to press down the mixture in the cup. And I'm putting on the breadcrumbs. Now, you don't have to put butter in your breadcrumbs. I chose to do that because I thought I wanted to bake them in the oven, and I wanted to give them a nice golden brown color. But I chose to fry them midway through the recipe, which goes to show you that I'm only human, and there's more ways than one to skin a cat, just like in anything else. So there's the crab meat. Right now I'm putting the heart of palm in the frying pan. I flattened them down just a little bit more, and I'm going to cook each one for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until they become golden brown. And I'm going to do the same thing with the crab meat. I turned it over. The heart of palm is really, really delicate. It has a creamy texture, and it comes from the base or the core of certain palm trees that grow in hot Amazon humid areas. Now, those are the crab cakes, and each one will cook about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Let's make a quick, tangy tartar sauce that will only enhance each cake. So I got about a half a cup of mayonnaise, about 2 tablespoons of dill relish. I put a teaspoon of horseradish sauce, and of course, I have to taste. What a wonderful sight for sore eyes. This is a crab cake fit for a king, a queen, and anyone in between. Look at me, finger licking good. Just another alternative way to eat it with a little bit of steamed broccoli and parsley baby Yukon potatoes. Fork tender, and you know I have to taste. So good. So good. I wanted to show you how the inside of the cake looked. By the way, my uncle and my dad loved my cake. They couldn't tell the difference. Now this is the crab cake. My word is my bond. Who said a man's only as good as his word? Was it Rod Thunderheart? Yes, it was. And me, T. Because last week I told you that I would come back here to my second favorite space in the morning when the sun was not blazing. Because last week it took every ounce of energy that I had in my body to hula hoop. It was so hot. And I told you that I would be here in the morning. And here I am. Remember, good people, that the new sexy is being healthy, baby. And don't you ever, ever forget it.